Right guys, before we even start this video, welcome back to Subnautica. I've been playing it in my spare time and we missed some story. Well, I say we missed some story. I caught it all on camera, but obviously it just wasn't part of an episode. So I'll put the clips up on screen now.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere and we're descending towards the landing site. Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't look at the fight? Hold on. No turning back now. Positions everywhere. Touching down in 10, 9, 8. It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
This is an automated distress signal from Life Pod 12. Coordinates attached. Warning, Life Pod has sunk beyond safe diving distance. Do not attempt retrieval without submersible support.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degazi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
Ooh, you're hard.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief!
What?
Do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering
New
what
blueprint acquired.
Let him go deal with the plants.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bart, Torgo has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. No staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
New PDA data.
You see, Chief? You brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, a habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight. Harder to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep, lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal. What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
What are you?
Alright guys, so I'm currently just on this in my spare time just to get some stuff. At the start of the video there where you heard that "where are you," I'll put a clip up on screen.
What are you?
It's the Sea Empress. She comes on the screen and she'll basically talk to you telepathically. Unfortunately I missed it because I died from dehydration. Without any further ado, let's get into this episode.
Ride the beat when you rock the mic. Put your foot on the gas and eat a red light. Ride the beat when you rock the mic.
Got a decent amount done in my spare time. I'll show you guys what I did quick. So we've got a decent amount of base built. I found the crab snakes area. I've got supposed Degassi base, life pod 12. We've got to go over to the possible Lost River as well. I've made a prawn suit. We've got a sea moth. I just need to make the cyclops and we should be good to go. I went around and got a few ghost weeds, some gel sacks, some deep shrooms. It's basically some standard stuff that I'm probably going to need. I made a couple spotlights and that so I don't lose my base. We've got a radio call that we can answer in a minute as well. In here there should be, yeah. I've already been down to the crab snake area. I've not explored it at all. I just went into one of these like little mushroom things and took some eggs just so I could have some crab snakes in here. We've got big room over here, like a massive big room. I mean the sea moth straight through here, but I'm trying to build a vending machine there. I just don't have the materials for it just yet. I've got a little room in here, but that's about the base for now. I've worked on a couple upgrades. If I go in here, we've got grappling arm, torpedo arm, and then in the storage there's the drill arm as well and another torpedo. And the torpedo arm is also full of torpedoes, so when we head down to the Lost River or the lava zone we should be good on keeping ourselves alive. I've got a bioreactor with 2 plants, so we should be able to keep power going really. Let's listen to this.
This is Life Pod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Right, so that's Life Pod 7. Well, I don't think we're going to do that one yet because I'm going to have to try and track down that location. I think we're just going to go to the locations we've already got. If you hear a sand shark, by the way, he's completely friendly. I bred him in my alien containment facility and now he just won't leave my base alone. Same with that stalker over there, I released him as well, and the spadefish. They're all just kind of hanging around. I don't know why. Yeah, there's a sand shark, he just won't leave me alone. What, for now I think we're going to head over to, I've got a little notepad, and in here I've got the numbers for the last 2 doors of the Aurora, so I think we're going to head over to there for now as well, because I did say in the last episode we'd try and do the Aurora with the 2 doors if we can figure out the codes. I do apologise for not catching the Sunbeam landing on an episode, but I did catch it on camera, as you'll see at the start of the video. But for now we'll head over to the Aurora, see what's over there and see what we can do about that. So I'll meet you guys when we're over there. Right, we're getting close to the Aurora. I'm hoping we can kind of head in, but see what's what. I mean, these last 2 rooms, they best have something good in them. Having 2 passcodes on them, it best be worth it. Because I really can't be bothered with all that just for it not to even have anything good in there, or anything worthwhile to say the least. Well, I've got both the codes here anyway, so I can just take a peek at them whenever I need them. The Aurora always takes so long to run through as well. Well, like I said, I'm hoping there's either food or filtered water in there. If not, when we head down to, I think it's the Degassi base in the crab squid zone, we should be able to get a water filtration system that just implements into the base and just sucks the water in and just filters it. So hopefully that should help out a bit more for the water system. I mean, I've got 2 bladderfish or air sacs, whatever, in my alien containment facility. I'm hoping they breed and kind of give me a decent flow of water. Food's not too hard to come by. I mean, there's fish everywhere. It's, you know what I mean, it's a fish game. So I can't really die from starvation too much. It's just dehydration. But as you've seen at the start of the video, where in one of the clips that's, I think it's towards the end, I heard the Sea Emperor and I died from dehydration, because finding water in this game is so hard. Like, the air sacs are hard to find unless you're in the shallows, and I died from dehydration and I completely missed it, so I had to upload a clip from a different save file on screen just to be able to show you what happened. But I know we've got 1869. There's that one, and then this one is 2679. There we go, get both of them open. Let's have a look what's in cabin number 1. Some bottled water, medkit, duffel bag, take that for the base, a hat, basic double bed. I mean, I've got a quoted double bed, so I mean, it don't really matter. I don't think the beds matter in this game anyway. I know you can sleep, but I don't think it actually passes time. Pick up Arcade George toy. Yeah, why not? Let's go. What, a little teddy bear? We'll scan some shelves, we'll get them in my base, and we'll put the memorabilia up on the shelves. That'd be kind of cool. Alright.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, there's nothing in there worthwhile. Let's check the cabin's quarter. We've got a little Aurora model.
Integrating new PDA data.
Neptune escape rocket, so we can start building that after we've got the cure from the Sea Emperor. Let's grab this PDA. Captain's log. doesn't really say anything too much. There's a post of the Aurora, we'll take that. I don't think you can get in cabin 2. I will research it at some point, but I really don't think you can. So there's the Aurora done. Let's head straight down to Life Pod 12, which means that's the closest one to the Aurora. I want to grab another duffel bag. And then let's head out now before we die. In all fairness, there should be a coffee machine in one of these. I need to scan the coffee machine.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
I don't think I've actually scanned the coffee machine yet. Which the coffee machine would obviously help me out when it comes to hydration, like, but I'm going to take these batteries. I know I left them in one of the episodes, but I've now got a battery charger at my base. So we can just recharge them anyway and we should be fine. Yeah, let's hop just straight down here. Go back out this way. We can head straight to the Seamoth. Head straight down to the Life Pod 12. See what that PDA has to say. Head back to base. And then I think I'm going to check the Crab Squid Zone, because that should lead to the Degassi base as well. What is going on in here? Okay. I've never had that happen to me in the game before, but alright. Yeah, let's head over to Life Pod 12 after we exit here. We'll see what that's got to say. And then when we head back to base, apparently we've got another radio call, so that should be good as well. So I'll meet you guys when we get to Life Pod 12, or if anything interesting happens, I'll just cut it to that. I'm being chased by a Reaper Leviathan. Right, we're in the bulb zone. So we could, yeah, I was going to say we could start encountering electric eels, or whatever they are. Here's Life Pod 12. How do I get in? Right here. Anything in here other than the PDA? It doesn't look like it.
I'm not really a doctor. I know that's what my ID says, but I never have been. Cheated the medical exams. What does a doctor these days need to know about manually resetting bones? When was the last time a top surgeon actually cut someone open? That's what the robots are for. Doctors these days read diagnoses off of computer readouts. For that, I'm perfectly qualified. But what good is it when I'm not connected to the main network? I'm bleeding. I've got glowing green pustules growing on my hands. I run a self-scan and it tells me I've got skin irritation. The only thing I studied in medical school was how to lie convincingly. What the hell do I know about how to treat an alien disease? I think I'm actually going to die down here.
Well, it must have died indeed. I'm hoping when I go quiet you guys can hear all of this story that's happening. I mean, I try and turn it up in post-edit anyway, but sometimes I record the audio and it can be quite quiet, which is unfortunate, because I don't try for it to be quiet, it's just, you know, the game picks up a bit quiet sometimes. But I'm hoping that'll be alright the way that it is. Alright guys, we're getting close to the base. I'm gonna start making a, what's it called, a Cyclops soon. But for now I'm just thinking if we kind of keep using the Seamoth, like quick errand runs, things that we're not needing too badly, like just materials, stuff like that. I don't know why it always damages the Seamoth when I go in here, but and then we can use the prawn suit for other things. But say if I wanted to go in the crab snake zone, which is what I want to explore now, I can't really go down here with a prawn suit because I ain't gonna be able to get back up here. Like, I mean, I'll take the Seamoth down there because I can go 500 meters down with it. So I don't actually know why I put it back in the moon pool, to be honest. But if I head down with this, it's honestly, it's just I would not be able to get out. Whoa! I would not be able to get out with the prawn suit for sure. 'Cause it's just so deep down. I mean, the crab snake zone. This is all I've explored, is this literal little mushroom here. There is a base, I will show it you. There's nothing in it. It wasn't even worth recording, it's why I haven't. But just right here, if you go over here, there's just a chest. All it had in it was filtered water. You go in here, there's nothing. As far as I know, there's nothing. I can't find anything. And then there is also nothing in here at all. So it wasn't really worth recording, so I wasn't going to, but I just don't want it to look like I've missed out on something. Is that dead? Okay. Broken crab snake. But yeah, I didn't really see the point in recording that, so obviously I wasn't going to, but we're going to head over to the Degassi base, because in this crab snake area, if I follow it through, I'm pretty sure it leads to the Degassi base, and at the Degassi base there should be an entrance to Lost Lake, or Lost River, whatever it is. And if that's the case, I want to be able to use this entrance instead of, because I've got one mark that's a possible entry. It's in the blood kelp zone, and if that's just a blood kelp zone, I can change the beacon to blood kelp zone and obviously use this as the entrance to the Lost Lake. But it's just, or Lost River, well, I don't know what it's called, but it's just whether it is or not. I mean, I'm seeing platforms and stuff all the way over here, so there's a base right here. I don't think this is the Degassi base I'm thinking it is. Yeah, I don't even know how I get in this one. Clear reactor fragment. I don't think I've got one of these yet. Well, surely there's got to be some way of me being able to get in. That's 2 out of 3. That's a window. That's a window. There's the nuclear reactor, so at least that's been obtained now.
New blueprint.
That's the water filtration machine. So it might be the one that I'm thinking it is. So at least we've got the water filtration system. Yeah, okay, we're getting here. I'm just a stupid. Alright, let's take the PDA.
New blueprint acquired.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is.
Right, I'm going to pause that there. The Bart Toggles log. You'll see a couple of those in the first, well, basically the first part of this video, in like the clips. Because when I explored the island to get the exterior and interior grow bed, I found him, his dad, and the mercenaries logs. And I just didn't want to miss them, so I recorded all of them.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of them aren't like
Integrating new PDA
learned that
data.
the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power, that the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
New blueprint. Integrating new PDA data.
Right, so there's that, and then we're going to listen to the Degassi number 6. Because
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators. Fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship, and your kid says we're gonna stop.
I don't think this was the one. No, it was the Gasset crew. I might just go through all of them, but I mean, I have listened to some of them in the first clips, as I've said, but we'll just listen to number 6 for now.
We're already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper?
Look around us, Chief. Water leaking through the hull, water outside the hatch. We're drowning real slow. If rescue arrives, whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again until it's shut off. You see an off switch around here, Chief?
Why would it any more likely be half a kilometer down?
Your kid found something on the scanner. There's something down there. Something that shouldn't be.
You're mad.
I'm going all the same, and I have an idea you two are gonna follow. But if you do, be mindful. Your authority stopped at sea level.
Right, so the Degassi base, if we keep heading down there should be an entrance to the Lost Lake, but I need to head back for now because I'm going to die of dehydration. But we can always come back in here. I want to try and see if we can get down to the Lost River, Lost Lake, whatever you want to call it. I can try and get some nickel ore, and if I can get some nickel ore, I can make, I think it's the depth module, Mark 1 for the prawn suit. Because without any of those, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to get down into the later lava zone. Because I think that's about 1,800 meters down, and I mean, the prawn suit, when you first make it, it goes 900, and then I think it goes 1,200 when you make the Mark 1. So I'm not even going to be able to get close, really, until I've made the Mark 2 or the Mark 3 anyway. But for now, we'll see what we can get in the ways of anything. I mean, I need to charge my batteries for my Sea Glide anyway. And then we've got a radio call to listen to.
This is Officer Keane in Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
So there's Life Pod 19 if we want to head over to that as well. For now, I'm going to basically keep myself alive. Let me just eat, drink, all that good stuff, and then once we've done that, we can head off and see what's going off with this.
Vital signs stabilized.
Maybe get down into another Degassi location, but for now, I guess we'll head over to the possible location for the Lost Lake or Lost River, whatever, and we'll head over to Life Pod 19 and get both of those done. So I shall meet you guys when we're over there as well. I was going to cut to when we was at Life Pod 19, but I'm coming out into like a Dooney area. I'm not too sure if there's going to be any parts for anything I need, like prawn suit parts, or I mean, I've got the prawn suit, but I don't know if there's going to be like other arm parts or anything, upgrade modules, stuff like that. So I'm just going to keep an eye out for any of that stuff. There is a wreck over here, but I have already looted it, so I basically got everything I needed out of it. And then this is where I found this here. Life Pod 19's just over there. So I think we'll go check Life Pod 19 first, and then we'll come back to this. See where Life Pod 19 is. I think it's just down here. There's a few gel sacks down here as well, and some lithium. I mean, it's not bad if I needed it. What's this? Spadefish egg. What's this? PDA.
Keane, this is Aurora. Come in.
This is Keane. Light pod detached to Cape Planet fall in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there.
Understood, but
they are your responsibility now. Don't let them down.
Captain, you need to evacuate.
Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent.
Captain!
to PDA.
Signal location uploaded.
Integrating
Right,
new
what?
PDA data.
What's that? Aurora rendezvous point. Let's go check that out. Dry land. That must be the other. Yeah, that'll be the other island where I went to. Because I think this is the floating island, isn't it? Yeah, this will be where I went to for the exterior grow bed and interior grow bed.
We have to board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only two that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
My obligations as acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from Second Officer Keane, 2 hours after last activity.
Rendezvous was a failure. Intercepted a transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Keen, out.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
So 2 hours after she pretty much left, she'd let off a distress call anyway. Well, at least we found that part of the story. Let's head back down to my possible Lost River location and see what's down there then. Because if it's not, and it is just a blood kelp zone, I can pretty much just either tag it as a blood kelp zone or just take this beacon and head back to base until I find an entrance for it. Because I mean, I don't mind making another beacon, I just don't really want to waste materials unless I need to. Have I looted this one already? I don't think I have. It takes too long to break through these doors though, I can't lie, but all in all, it's not too bad. Right, let's drop the battery out of that, put the battery in that. That's non-functional. Pick up small sample flask. It didn't say that was non-functional, so Cyclops fire suppression system. Sampler non-functional. Power cell charger fragment. I've already got that. What's this? Power cell charger fragment. Alright, let's just get a power cell charger. I guess that was all that then. I mean, I got a microscope, a sample analyzer, and a small sample flask, a variation on a useless glass container. So I'm pretty sure none of those are usable, they're just decorations for the base, but at least I've still got something for the base, I guess. Alright, let's head down here. It should just be all, yeah, you can start seeing the blood kelp over there. So I'm not too sure if keep heading down here, because I got a couple of rubies from down here as well. Because I've been needing rubies to make the aerogel for the prawn suit. It just keeps heading down, so I'm not too sure where you can start seeing the silt. Which then if we follow this, it should just lead straight to it. So that's perfect, at least we know now that that is the part I'm thinking it is. So we just need to work on getting the upgrade module for the prawn suit, and we need to build a Cyclops so we can get down here then. I mean, if the prawn suit was pretty easy to transport, I'd just walk it over here and come down here, but it's just getting it back out, that's the problem. But at least we know that that is definitely the entrance to the Lost Lake. Lost River, whatever. So for now, we'll head back and listen to the other radio call, and we'll see where we've got to go from there as well. I'm not too sure which is the entrance that we're at as well. The one that we've just been to, as you've just seen in the video. Before we... Whoa, I just kicked one of my lights out. There we go, it's back. Right. I'm hoping that the location that we've just been to for the Lost River entrance There's one of, well, it's one of 4. There's 4 locations that you can enter through. And I'm hoping that we've got one that's close enough to one of the precursor bases, because I don't want to be looking around. There's a ghost Leviathan down there and I do not want to be messing about with that. And I've also figured out on one side of the Aurora, not the side where the life pod is, the complete other side, as I've already stated in a couple of videos. If you keep going past there and you go a bit further, there's some materials to mine with the prawn suit and the drill arm. But if you go any further than that, it ends up basically just leading into the ecological dead zone, and you'll just get murked off by a ghost Leviathan. Let's check in here, see if we've got... Yeah, see? So, my crab snakes, I had 2 of these, they've bred and they've made another crab snake egg. So I don't want any more crab snakes in here, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 crab snake. So I think I'm going to take 1 crab snake and just leave 1 in here and take the other one. I think I need a couple of more air sacs to at least start breeding, but let's go put the rest with the ecosystem. I mean, we're not just going to dump them out, you know what I mean? So if we dump them outside the base, they're going to be stuck there like the sand shark was, and I really cannot be bothered with a sand shark, a stalker, and a crab snake all outside my base. Alright, let's just hop in here. Drop my man and drop 2 eggs in here for him. I'm glad I took him out as well. He had an infection. He could have started infecting all my fish in the aquarium. So I need to go check the other fish actually and the other crab snake. I got to make sure none of them have got the green stuff on them. Because if they have, I've got to basically separate them and isolate them, because I can't. Otherwise, it'll start spreading throughout the whole alien containment. Let's listen to this radio.
High priority automated message from Aurora Live Pod 13 coordinates attached. Live Pod is carrying high priority passenger.
Yoki Kasa. I said Kasa. Why do I have to record this anyway?
Got a little baby
Send
one now.
immediate burial detail.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
What's this? Life pod 13 carrying high priority passenger remains. Let's go see what that's about then. And then, like I say, if I need to in my spare time, I can go off and make a Cyclops ready for the next episode. Because I want to start heading down to the Lost River. Start trying to get some of the precursor bases done and maybe get the, I think it's the blue and orange tablet, start getting to the precursor base down in the lava zone where the Sea Emperor is. Because as I've already said, she's started telepathically talking to me, so we're getting to that part of the story now where we're going to want to start curing the infection, and I'm starting to see a lot more fish with it on as well. I mean, as you've just saw, that crab snake inside my base had no infection. As soon as I took it out and released it, it got green dots all over it, and I don't know if that's just unfortunate luck or if that's just kind of the infection's getting that bad. I mean, I'm not too sure. I don't really want to risk leaving it too long either, the infection getting worse, because every time I do a self-scan it says that the irritation on the skin's getting worse. I think I just seam off parts here. Yeah, we don't need those. Guys, this place looks crazy. It's a massive mushroom forest. I'm pretty sure on the edge of this mushroom forest as well is a Reaper Leviathan, so I've got to be on my guard. But if I can, I want to try and get one of these jelly rays eggs to put in my alien containment facility. But here's the life pod we was looking for anyway. I think it's life pod 13. Yeah. Let's head in. Grab the PDA.
Live pod launch sequence initiated. Entering planetary atmosphere.
My creators, the cherishers and sustainers of worlds, give me this day my daily pleasures as I give to those who seek pleasures from me.
External temperature approaching critical levels.
Show me the path. In life, truth, and love, for mine is the power. I am the one. On and off and on again.
Impact imminent.
Sounded like Terminator.
Which the universe plays with itself. I am done playing as this bundle of flesh. Return me.
I've noticed a lot of the PDAs keep ending that way. I'm pretty sure obviously it's when the live pod's either getting ripped open or something. We've got immediately another radio call. Yeah, this episode's going to be quite a long episode. We're going to be getting a decent amount done. Story wise anyway, we're going to be picking up a lot of story. I can't get nothing else done game wise until I get the Cyclops and the either Mark 1 or Mark 2 depth module for the prawn suit. I don't think we'll need the Mark 3, but we probably will. I'll meet you guys when we're back at the base though. Alright, here we are, we're back at base. I just need to try and make this grow bed outside, because at the minute I've got basically everything growing in one. And obviously I want to be able to start growing some more stuff. Because that, I can't remember what it's called, I think it's like glow gel or something. It makes aerogel anyway, and it's good for making the prawn suit upgrades and the prawn suit. Why are we on emergency power only? Why am I running out of oxygen when I have oxygen pumps in the base? Oh, but the generator ran out of power, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Okay, my bad. Gonna have to fill the Jenny up. Power! Right, let's get the creature egg in here, and that should be a jelly ray.
Restored. All prime systems online.
I don't want to pick you up yet. You need to keep breathing and getting me more water. I could also see why we're back here as well, what it's going to take to build that water filtration system we got from that Degassi base. So let's take a look at this. We're going to need copper wire, titanium, and see, we need aerogel. So I'm going to need a ruby, and I don't think I've got any of those yet. But I can get the ruby from that blood kelp zone. That's where I've got a couple of them from anyway. Let's listen to this radio call first though, and then we'll see what we can do about a ruby.
Pre-recorded distress call.
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
Right, it turns out we can easily just, whoa.
Signal coordinates. Origin recorded to data bank.
Right, let's go to Life Pod 4's location, and let's head 400 meters west. Let's head to this, other Life Pod. Because that's not too hard to find. I know where Life Pod 4 is. It's upside down outside the Aurora, so.
All systems online.
And I mean, we're living in the ready grassy area anyway, so it's going to be basically like taking candy from a baby to find. We just need to head over to the Aurora, which I'm going the wrong way already. It's this way. But yeah, so obviously I think we're Life Pod 4. No, Life Pod 3 or 5. And then Life Pod 4 is just behind it, so. Yeah, we're Life Pod 5. And then the Life Pod 4 is just over here. Like basically near that bit of Aurora that's on fire. I don't know if you can really see it. Let me kind of hop out the water. That bit of Aurora that's on fire, that little hole, is kind of where it's at. I'm just hoping I don't see any Reaper Leviathans when we get over there. If we do, it's not too bad, but it's just one of them, innit? The life pod should just be around here now. It's not too close to the Aurora, so I don't want to go too close. What is that? Oh, that's a brief break. Not high, so I'm just going to go west and stay on the floor and hope that we find this this life pod. I mean, it says approximately 400 meters west of life pod 4. I was heading west anyway. I know it's west-northwest, but... Okay, never mind. I guess I completely drove by it. Fair enough. Well, here's life pod 6. There is a box that apparently I've already looted. And there's no PDA inside. So I'm guessing in a previous episode we would have already have looted this. I guess we must have run across it at some point in a previous episode, like I did with life pod 17 in this episode. I've already looted that as well, but like I did with the life pod in this episode. So that's good to know. I'm pretty sure most of the life pods have been looted then. It's just now a case of... That is a big wreck. But I'm pretty sure it's just a case of now getting a Cyclops and heading further down into the game. I mean, we've got most of what we can from around here. We just need to get the blue and orange tablet. Start heading down into the Sea Emperor's like layer, if you want to call it that. Start making the hatching enzyme, hatch the eggs, hopefully get the cure, turn the massive gun base off, and then we can start building the Neptune rocket. And hopefully get off this island. And then once we've done that, if you guys have enjoyed this series, we can start up on Below Zero. Because when Subnautica 2 comes out, I'm planning on trying to play it out with my friend on multiplayer. Because I mean, it's been announced that it's going to be multiplayer. If it's not, it's going to be unfortunate. But if it is, I don't know how they're going to do that. I mean, I've seen a couple of people speculating that it's going to be like a different type of story in single player as the multiplayer. Because the difference with this game is, in single player, it's been paced out right to where you're not just being able to get one player go in and get in, I don't know, sea moth parts, the other player getting prawn suit parts, and then, because it's supposed to have up to 4 players, Subnautica 2 is. So if it's like, one can get Cyclops parts, one's getting prawn suit parts, one's getting sea moth parts, and then the other ones are just going around getting all the PDAs, within, I'd say, probably a couple hours, everybody will be down in the Lost Lake, basically finishing it. Obviously, that's if it was based in number 1. In number 2, I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really too sure how they're going to do it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something along the lines of trying to implement a story for multiplayer and then a separate story for the single player aspect of things. Do I have aerogel? No, I don't. I need to go pick some up. Right, let's make some of that. Because I luckily enough had 1 ruby. I didn't want to say anything because there was a PDA playing, but luckily enough I had 1 ruby. Let's listen to this radio call, that's all.
This is Altera HQ. This may be your only communications window. We can't send a rescue ship all the way out there, so Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer.
Sandwich run, you in?
Yeah, give me a second. Black box.
Nah, I've just realised the people that are talking on there is Aspro, I don't know how you say their name, and Neebs from a YouTube channel called Neebs Gaming. That is actually wild.
Data shows the high security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional.
Becky's leaving like in 5 minutes.
Alright, well, tell Becky I'll just take the regular.
The regular?
Yeah, she'll know what I mean. The code should be...
If she doesn't?
Just tell her the regular, dude.
Okay,
the
if I say regular, she's like, what's the regular? I have to come all the way back up here.
The code should be 2...
That is actually crazy. I can't lie. I was such a big fan of them as a kid as well. They're actually really good YouTubers.
679. The regular's just a ham and cheese.
Okay, would you just say ham and cheese?
Ham and cheese.
Okay.
Before they lost communications, Altera HQ uploaded a set of blueprints to the Aurora's main computer. There is a high security terminal inside the captain's quarters located behind the prawn bay, on which the code blueprint accessible. Let me see if I've already done that. Yeah, we have. So, alright, that's why I wouldn't have had the code for the captain's quarters then. I think it's the captain's quarters. Yeah, the reason I wouldn't have had the code for the captain's quarters is because I had to wait for the radio call. I'd gone off in my spare time and researched it because when I last played the game, I thought it was a PDA that you got. I don't know how you get cabin room 1s though. I'm pretty sure that's got to be a PDA because I've not found a radio call or anything from that. But we made the aerogel. We need to eat before we die. I'm pretty sure it's just copper, titanium, and I think that should be it. I'm not too sure what we needed though, let me check. Needed copper wire and titanium, so yeah, I need 2 copper. I'm pretty sure I can get the 3 titanium easy. I mean, it's just the copper that I'm going to mainly struggle with. Because I don't really live too close to a cave. I mean, I live near the crab snake zone, but it's not... Yeah, I need 2 copper and I've got 1. Which is unfortunate. Let me see if I can find sandstone outcrop or limestone outcrop or something. There we go, literally perfect. I was going to say try and pick up another bit of copper before we start dehydrating, because I think I've only got 1 bottle of water left in the base. And I'm trying to get the fish to breed so I can get air sac or bladder fish, whatever it is. So I can get unlimited versions of them for the water, but... I mean, I don't really think that's going to work, to be honest. It is going to be a struggle for them. And then I need 3 titanium, which is going to be absolutely nowhere when I need it, correct? But yeah, I've got none. Come on, don't tell me that. Wow, no, please. Please.
Great success.
Right, let's go make the water filtration system. Then we've got that going. It's going to suck a lot of power from the base though. That is the unfortunate part. We've got about 200 right now. It's just going to start draining that. I need to also be careful what I'm adding to the base now, unless I start adding some of these, because otherwise we're going to start, basically the base is just going to come down soon. Do I have the 3 titanium for that? I think I did in that duffel bag. Please tell me I did. Oh, I've got 2. No, that's not going to work. So for now, then I guess we'll just remove that. What was I going to do? Let's go in here. Alright, let's put the little bunny dinosaur thing. Can he fit on the shelf? No, it's too big. And then get another one just up next to it. And then we can put like the sciencey stuff. I put the microscope there. Sample analyzer here. Yeah, I was about to say, didn't we have like a little sample flask? Put that in the middle. Nice little scientist area. The Aurora poster. Then we can probably put the hat on the shelf. Put the Aurora up top if we can. There we go. Put the Aurora up there. Okay, that looks a bit weird. In fact, it don't look too bad. And then what else have we got that I can pin up? We've got the teddy bear. You can go sit on the corner of this table. I think we've got, yeah, keep calm poster. That can get pinned up. Come on. Alright, I'll just get pinned up there then. I'm pretty sure there's some more posters in the Aurora as well. I mean, I'm going to be decorating the base. It's basically all I've been doing. When I get on in my spare times, I just hop on and I've been adding to the base. When I first started yesterday, well, I say yesterday, last night, it was... I need to head this way anyway for a battery. But all it was a hatch, this one pole, like, well, pipe. There wasn't this corner on it. It was just this with a hatch. And then I literally entered and it was just all of these. That's why I've literally fit on as many as I could. Obviously this one I added after, as you could tell. But I fit everything in here because this was all I had as a base. And then eventually I started like doing this bit and then obviously working on all the rest that you've seen. Oh, it did take a little bit, but all in all it didn't take too long. Like, it was quite easy, to be fair. I need to try and get battery at the battery charger. And then from there we can head. I've got floodlights on the base as well. I mean, Not that they're really doing anything. I am planning on putting a spotlight over here at some point as well, just to keep all the base lit. I mean, I've got a spotlight over here that's kind of doing its thing. When it gets night time, obviously it makes it a lot easier to see the base. But for now, I think I'm going to leave the episode there. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure you hit the notification bell so you always get posted when I make an upload. If you're enjoying the Subnautica playlist, there'll be a card up in the top right corner so you can watch all the episodes up there. Apologies for not being live on Friday or Sunday just gone. Sunday I was recording this episode, and Friday I was up all night trying to sort out my streaming software, and I ended up falling asleep all day, so apologies for that. But next episode of Subnautica will be coming next week. So if you end up seeing this Monday or Tuesday, it'll be coming next Monday or Tuesday. So stay tuned for that if you want to see that. If you want to go follow me over on Twitch, link will be down in the description.